Who were JFK's enemies? When we think about John F. Kennedy, we often remember his inspiring speeches and the hope he brought to the nation. But who were the people who stood against him? Understanding JFK's enemies gives us a clearer picture of the challenges he faced during his presidency. First, let's look at domestic adversaries. Henry Cabot Lodge, Jr. was a prominent Republican figure who opposed Kennedy in the early stages of his political career. Their rivalry began during the 1950 Massachusetts Senate race. Then there was Richard Nixon, Kennedy's opponent in the 1960 presidential election. Their debates were intense and marked a significant moment in American political history. Another key figure was J. Edgar Hoover, the longtime director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Hoover had a complicated relationship with Kennedy, often creating political tension. This dynamic added to the challenges JFK faced at home. Now let's turn our attention to international enemies. Nikita Khrushchev, the Soviet premier, was a major adversary during the Cuban Missile Crisis. This event brought the world dangerously close to nuclear war and tested Kennedy's leadership. Fidel Castro also became a significant enemy after the failed Bay of Pigs invasion. This incident strained U.S.-Cuba relations and made Castro a personal and political nemesis for Kennedy. The political climate of the 1960s was marked by intense polarization and international strife. These adversaries played a role in shaping Kennedy's presidency and the policies he pursued. As we reflected on this era, it is essential to remember how these conflicts influenced the course of American history. The nostalgia for the 1960s often romanticizes the political figures of the time, but understanding their challenges provides a more complete narrative. Kennedy's enemies were not just obstacles. They were part of a larger story that defined his impact in the 1960s. This context is particularly relevant when discussing conspiracy theories surrounding his assassination. The many potential motives and adversaries involved highlight the complex political landscape of the time. In summary, JFK's enemies included significant figures both from within the United States and abroad. Each played a role in shaping his presidency and the events that unfolded during this transformative decade.